Hello, Amazing Blue fans. As always, like, share, subscribe. Now, I'm just going to get into it. You know, Michigan plays Michigan State at Michigan State, 12 o'clock this Saturday. So, I wanted to do a video. I'll probably do 2 for this game. And I'm just going to run over some of the stats about Michigan State and then give the Michigan keys to winning the game. So, Michigan State is number 24. They're 4-2, third in the Big Ten East. Lost to Northwestern and Arizona State. And, you know, Michigan, they're really second because Michigan and Ohio State, they're really tied because they're both undefeated in the Big Ten. So, now I'm just going to run through these stats and then get into it. Brian Lewerke, 60%. 1,587 yards on the season, 8 TDs. Number 18, Felton Davis. He is their number 1 receiver. He's got 31 receptions, 474 yards, 4 TDs. This dude is big, man. He's 6'4", and he's a senior, so he's seasoned. Their second lead receiver is Cody White. He's number 7. He's got 300 yards on the season, 2 TDs. And he's 6'3", so their receivers are big. So expect them to throw it up a lot against us. Now, their rushing game is almost non-existent, but I'm going to just run over the stats. Connor Hayward's got 50 attempts, 191 yards, 3 TDs. If you can do math, that's not good. Ladarius Jefferson, 47 attempts, 185 for 2 TDs. And we all know L.J. Scott. He's got 30 attempts, 103 yards. I believe he's hurt, but I'll probably do another video and run through injuries and stuff like that. Now, Michigan State's defense is number 29, is ranked 29th in the nation. 339 yards they're giving up a game. They have the number 1 rush defense. And I had to check this stat like a couple times because I didn't believe it at first. But they're giving up 33 rushing yards per game. The only person that has just really ran on them was Sanders for Penn State. He had like 17 carries for 162 yards. And he broke like a 78-yarder and like a 40 or a 50-yarder. So he got most of his yards in like 2 carries. So sometimes you got to do the math on those carries and yards. But so what's that telling you is Michigan, we may not be able to run on them. So the teams that have given them trouble and stuff, they've thrown on them a lot and got a lot of rushing yards. So, I mean, not rushing yards, a lot of passing yards. Almost some of them just abandoned the run and just went to throwing it 30 to 40, 45 times. And I've spoke about that before. I like that. If I'm not getting anything in the run game, I'm not going to keep going to it especially if it's in a tight game. Now, if you're winning, then you can still do that. But if the game is tight and every play in possession is crucial, I'm going to go to what I get to have the better chance instead of just running it into a defense that's not giving me anything in the running game. So, as far as Shea, because this is probably going to be on his back this game. So, as far as that, Shea's going to have to stretch the field, and hopefully the read option can open up the lanes for Higdon, so the game isn't just on Shea. But if it is, this is going to be a test for the offensive line as far as pass protection and run blocking. But from Shea, I want to see him not when the pocket breaks down and it's kind of in shambles. I'd like to see Shea. You got to tuck that ball away and make a quick decision. Be decisive. In football, hesitation gets you killed. If you hesitate, start doing this stuff, and it's going to cause turnovers because you're not decisive on what you want to do, especially at quarterback. So that's how he got that fumble in the pocket. And just to give you an example, I'm watching Tom Brady right now tonight, and he did the same thing as Shea did last game and against Notre Dame. He's in the pocket trying to dance around and do all that stuff, and he fumbles. That's just you have to get out of that pocket, because there's going to be dudes all around you, and you might make one miss in the pocket, and then there's a guy, the backside will get you, or you make one miss, and then there's just too many dudes coming. It's too jumbled up to be holding the ball like a loaf of bread. Like, you have to go on and tuck it while you're doing this stuff. And my other point on Shea is something else I noticed. He throws off his back foot sometimes, and he almost got intercepted. It was either late in the third or the fourth quarter against Wisconsin. And what I've noticed is when he does this, it's when he has a lot of time and he's waiting on receivers, so he gets kind of flat-footed, and he'll just try to hurry up and throw it instead of stepping into that throw. So these are things that if you do on any level as a quarterback, unless you have a cannon, even then it'll make you throw picks. So just like I said, I'm watching Tom Brady. He did the same thing. Tried to throw off his back foot deep, and it was about to get picked. The receiver broke it up. So it don't matter if you're the GOAT or whoever. You have to, as a quarterback, these are things you have to do, or you'll almost throw a pick, or you will throw a pick. So those are just a couple things I want to see from Shea, just to tighten up. Don't give the defense any chances. Now, as far as Michigan State's offense, it looks like they have no running game. So I'm honestly not too worried about that. But going against them, you can't take anything for granted. So Michigan State, we want to take, as we want to do with any team, you want to take away the running game first. But this might be a game where they just try to put it all on Brian Lewerke. Honestly, they'll probably just try to put it on him and their stud receiver, and just try to throw it on us. Exploit the matchups. Our corners are small. They're like 5'10", 5'11". So you're going to see them try to exploit that and just start throwing it up, almost like Notre Dame did. Just start throwing it deep, or just throwing it up on fly routes and stuff like that when they, get rid of the ball fast. So this is a game where the pass rush needs to get there fast. And the corners, I believe they'll be tested a lot this game. So they can't, Lavert Hill and David Long, they can't be grabbing. Now they've gotten away from all that grabbing and not turning around. This is a game they're gonna have to stick to it, because Lewerke will test you and he can run. So we may need to spy him, because in crucial situations he burnt us last year. We got burnt by a lot of dudes in crucial situations. That's McSorley, that's Dwayne Haskins, J.T. Barrett before he got hurt last year. And so when we play these teams, it's crucial that we spy these quarterbacks and stay in position when we have that spy. So Devin Bush can't be coming up too far towards the line when he's spying. He has to stay a certain distance back so he can still take a good angle at the quarterback. Because against Notre Dame, he came up too far, and he took himself out of the play, and Winbush was able to pick up some big first downs, and that pretty much sealed the game for him, because they didn't do anything in the second half. But those are the plays. Like, you can't always count on we're gonna have another chance. So when you have the chance to make these plays and stop a team on third and long, third and short, it doesn't matter, 4th and 1, 4th and whatever, if they go for it, it's one thing to just have a busted coverage or whatever. But it's another thing is when the coach puts you in position and you just fail to make the play. So we need to make these plays when they're there. When the coaches know what's coming and they put the defense in perfect positions to stop it, have to go and make those plays. That's been the difference between us winning and losing games all these years. And the one game we lost this year, it was the defense was in position every play that Notre Dame scored on or got a big play out of. The defense was in position. And that goes to the first couple plays when Michigan could have picked the ball off and they didn't. And then Notre Dame throws it and Metellus comes and gets ejected, but the dude still catches the ball. And then that goes to the couple plays later. Or it might have been the next play. They go at Hawkins deep. He's in position. He just didn't make the play. So you have to make the plays. And then later on in the game, third and long, the coverage is good. Wimbush drops back. Devin Bush is spying him. He's there. But he gets out of position, comes up too far, and takes himself out of the play. Have to be disciplined. You can't get too anxious, and you can't be too lackadaisical on these plays against good teams. At least teams with as much talent as we have. So got to make those plays. The coaches can't make the plays for you. All they can do is put you in position to make the plays. That's all they can do. But I don't like to do predictions, and it's a little too early because I'm probably gonna do another video on some injury stuff, and I just want to talk more about this game because it's Michigan State. I've went to a couple of Michigan State games, and they're crazy, especially in Michigan State. That crowd is gonna be rowdy, and Michigan needs to get up early in this game and take Michigan State's will and the crowd out of the game. That is crucial that we get up, because this is why we have problems on the road, is because we don't come out fast. If you come out fast on the road, get some points up on the board, get up 10, get up 14, it takes the crowd out of the game and the game starts teetering. Now, the team might answer back after that, or they just get blown out. It kind of goes two ways. They answer back, and then you're in a shootout, or you're in a tough game, or you just kind of blow them out because they can't answer the bell. So we need to get up, put up points, and make Michigan State start doubting how good they actually are. Like, maybe Penn State just wasn't that good. Maybe put doubt in their mind on, because we do not want to be in the late game against Michigan State. I'm sure they have some dudes that were on the team in 2015 when that muff punt, and then they took it for 6 with like 20 seconds to go. When that game was over, we dominated them for 4 quarters. Stuff like that makes the team believe they always have a chance, even when the game seems out of reach. So we don't want Michigan State sticking around. We want to do them just like Wisconsin. Only difference is we want to get up early, and we don't want to leave any points on the field. We left points on the field against Wisconsin. If you just want to really look back at that game, it probably should have been more like 50 to 13 or 50 to 20 something. That's just, we left points on the field, but the way I feel, we got lucky on those fumbles. One of them went out of bounds, and that hit on Higdon, when I just think about it, it just makes me smile. I mean, I love defense, but that's the Michigan player, but that was a hell of a hit. You got to give it to dude. That was a hell of a hit, especially to be a true freshman. But that play, we got lucky that ball went out of bounds. That was a scoop and score. If that ball stays a foot or a half a yard from that sideline, stays in, that's a scoop and score. And then the Shea fumble, where it goes back 10 yards, the tight end got to it first. Those are just lucky plays to me. Those can go either way. You never know. what could happen on plays like that. So, but we left a lot of points on the field. So I guess it evens out somewhat. But we don't want to leave any points on the field. First half, when we play like that, we want to have 20 points, 23 points, 24 points. We want to be up. And when you dominate a team like that, you want to capitalize so you can, third quarter, we finishing this team off. You know what I mean? So those are just some of the thoughts I had on the game. I'm gonna have another video and I'm gonna talk more about this game because it's MSU Michigan. This is big brother, little brother. They hate us. Paul Bunyan Trophy. It's just what it is. If you don't know about it, then do your research. But that's all I got for today. As always, like, share, subscribe. Go Blue.